Hello everybody, welcome back to my living room. I'm Juan. Welcome back to a fun seniors fitness class. Folks, before we start any class, I always ask that you take a moment just to give yourself a full body scan. Head to toe, how are you feeling? Is there any area today that might need a little extra love? Is there anything maybe that doesn't feel like it wants to be moved today? Please identify where you're at, how you're feeling, so that way you can enter this workout safely and aware of where we need to be a little more tender, right? With every workout, it's up to you if you want to take every progression or if you don't want to take any progression. The workouts are designed for you to hopefully gain some strength. We're going to get some cardiovascular benefits. We're going to strengthen our heart as well as our muscles. But also I want you to have fun. So with that, what we will need is a nice sturdy chair, your bands, which I hope you still have your little bands, 2 hand weights, and you could use actual dumbbells if you have dumbbells, or you could use small bottles of water, canned food, anything that you have that's small enough that you can grip onto and you can use for resistance. If you don't have anything, you could just make fists and use your own body weight, okay? Also, we might, not sure if we'll get to it, but we might use a small ball. So what I use at home is a pair of tube socks that I've just rolled up into a ball. It doesn't need to be a very big ball and it doesn't need to have any weight. It's just the actual ball that we need. So I'm pretty sure we all have socks. Now you can do the whole class in your seat if you'd like. You can go 50-50. However you feel comfortable is where I want you to be. For right now, I'm going to get some music on. Keep your water bottle handy as it does get warm, and I want you to be able to take a break and grab the water whenever you need, okay? Now I just want a simple march in place. As you march, be aware of how much impact you're putting into the ground. Ideally, you're not going to put much impact at all. Now you're going to step, tap, tap. And we're tapping the ball of the foot right in front of our body. Now we're going to continue this tap in front of the body, but it's heels. Heel tap. Now notice I started using my arms. Palms are facing forward as I push forward. Let's bring it back to just a simple march. Now this march, we're going to count. I want you to count your steps. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, tap, tap, 1, 2, 3, and tap. Now just tap your right foot. So I'm stabilizing on my left leg and I'm lifting my whole right leg, just touching down with the ball of my foot. What's happening here is we're secretly working balance here. We're training for better balance. Now, you have your chair. So if balance is already a challenge and you're having a hard time just tapping the foot, hold on to your chair. We're still tapping that right foot. Now we're just going to march. So we brought the left foot back into play. Tap just the left foot. Tap. And tap. Just tap. And have fun with it. We're still tapping that left ball of the foot. Now we're going to bring it back to a march. Using marching arms, please. Step, touch, touch, touch. Side to side here. Now this step touch, we're going step, heel, heel, heel. Now range of motion is a factor that you can control. If you want to make your workout a little bit heavier, or you want to increase the intensity, you increase your range of motion without decreasing your pace, right? Conversely, if you want to be a little, like make the workout a little easier for you, reduce your range. You're still step touching, you're still tapping that heel, you're going the same exact pace, you're just covering less ground. Both are really good for you. So pick your range. Now we're going to bring it back to just a march. We march. And then we keep marching. We have fun as we march. Have fun with it. Now we're going to come back to just that 1 foot tap, but I'm going to add a small option for challenge, which you don't have to take, right? But I like throwing options at you. So let's start just tapping the right foot, right? We're just tapping. But here's what's going to happen if you choose to take this challenge. Here, 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 here. See my hands? Now my feet are going to draw that pattern. Front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Bring it back to a march. How was that? Be honest, was that crazy? Not too crazy, hopefully? Not crazy like my hair? Oh, this quarantine, I need to do something about all of this. Okay, we're still marching. Folks, we're coming back to our left foot, and we're just tapping. Now remember that pattern that we drew. It was front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Yeah, you ready for it? Is that a yes? Let's go now. Front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going to bring it right back to a march. Again, as we're marching, we're still controlling how light we land in our feet, right? Ideally, you're not going to hear your footsteps. 1, 2, 3, we tap. And tap. Just tap. 3 marches, 1 tap. Now, these marches, you have options here. You can keep them in place, or you can travel. 1, 2, 3, we tap, we go back. Bring it up. Back. Up and back. Up and back. 1 more up and back. We're going right into the right foot. We tap. Tap it. Tap. Tap. Make that pattern. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we march. One, 2, 3, tap. And tap. Just tap. Add the direction up. 1, 2, 3, tap. Back it up. 1, 2, 3, tap. Back it up. Bring it up. And back. Up. We're coming back. Left foot. Tap, tap, tap. tap, tap. Add that pattern. Front side, back side. Front side, back side. Front side, back side. And march. Okay, folks. By now, we should be feeling pretty warm, right? Keep your feet in a light march as you introduce big arms. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Shoulders, roll them up, back and down. Roll, back and down. Big circles. Getting that full range of motion. Now, bring both of your arms out in front. I like to call this mummy arms, right? Or zombie arms. Now, you have your hands out, fingertips are out. I would like on your right hand for you to flip your palm up. Now, this right side, you're going to just circle backwards. Keep circling backwards. Now, your left side, you're going to circle forwards. So your arms are making big circles in opposition of one another. I know, you're probably thinking, yeah, right. It requires a lot of coordination, but coordination is one of those things that I also want to challenge on you, or for you, because if we don't actively work it, go ahead and take a break, shake it out. I'm going to lower the music a little bit. Coordination is one of those things where if you don't challenge it, you start to lose it. And that is true for anybody at any age in your life. So I really would like for you to be able to rub your belly and pat your head. Right? Maybe not that exactly, but. Okay, arms out. Now, left side, palm faces up. This left side, you're going to circle back. Keep that motion. Stop thinking about what's happening there. Your right arm, you're going to circle forward. So they're moving in opposition, moving in separate directions. How are you doing with it? If you find that both arms are moving in the same direction, that's okay. Just take a quick break and reset. Now break. Shoulders are probably feeling very warm, possibly kind of tight. Bring your arms straight out with your right arm on top. I want you to give yourself a really big hug, as big as you can. Getting your fingertips as far back as you can. Now let your elbows relax in the front of your body. Just drop them down. What's happening here is we're stretching our posterior deltoid. So the back of our shoulders are stretching. Release there. One more hug. This time your left arm is going up on top. Again, I want you to kind of walk your fingertips all the way back and let your elbows just drop in front of you. This should feel good. It should be offering a little relief. Now, that's not to say that we're not working our shoulders again, because we are. Surprise, surprise. Okay, shake that out. Now is a good chance to grab your water. So go ahead and grab your water really quickly. I opted to grab my hat because my hair is all over the place today. Folks, we are going to begin with our upper body. Please grab your band. Here we are. Keeping your arms in front of your body, holding on to the band about shoulder distance apart. I would like for you to really try to avoid lifting your shoulders in this move. Keep them from lifting, but we're gonna just separate our arms as much as we can. Slowly release. Now, what's happening here, every time we pull the band apart, I want you to feel the squeeze in between your shoulder blades, okay? We're working our upper back. How are you breathing? Inhale here. As you pull, start to exhale. Inhale as you bring your arms back to center. Exhale as you pull apart this band. Let me show you my back. I want you to look at my shoulder blades. Really squeezing them together. And take a break right there. Alternating rolls through your shoulders. Now, the same band, I want you to bring behind your back. Let it come up a little. So it's probably right around like the middle of your back. Now, I'm holding it probably wider than shoulder distance apart at this point. But I'm gonna keep a good grip on it to make sure that I don't lose it, right? Now, your fists are pointing forward, and I want you to, slow motion and alternating, throw punches. So right arm, punch. And note I said slow motion, so we're not actually like swinging, right? But it's the motion, it's that same range that you would if you were to throw a punch. With each punch, I want you to feel your chest activate. I want you to feel your shoulder activate. And even your bicep is helping you with this move. And take a break. Go ahead and let go of the band on one side. Open your arms out. Palms are facing forward. And I just want you to gently pull your arms back. Now note you're working with your own range of motion, so for some of us we might not pull as far back. That's okay. But I just want you to introduce a little opening, little stretching here. Good. Folks, put your band on your chair. Now, remember those punches, right? You're either seated at the front edge of your chair, or if you're up on your feet, I want you to just take a nice wide stance so that way you're a little more balanced, right? A little more stability here when you're wide. Bend your knees, keep them soft. You're gonna come here, and I'm gonna time 15 seconds. All we're going to do is air punches, beginning now. Punch, punch. Five seconds to go. And time. Shake it out. How did that feel? You never know when you might have to meet someone in the ring. No, but it's a good little cardio blast. Okay, back to our band. First exercise, working through our upper back. That's where we're going. Hand is shoulder distance apart. Shoulders are relaxed down. All we're going to do, take a big breath and separate. We're going to do 10. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one coming up. Woo! Okay. Whoa. Did you feel those? I know I did. So we bring the band behind us. Again, you want the band like the middle of your back, so it doesn't have to be very high. Keep a good solid grip on each side so that you don't lose it. Now, before we alternated our slow motion punches, this time I want us to bring them together at the same time. So we're still taking a good solid foundation in our lower body, keeping your chest somewhat lifted, shoulders are rolled back. Your knuckles are facing forward, so they're facing me. You're just going to push. Now you notice that every time I push, I'm not lifting my shoulders. And look at where my elbows are. My elbows are still kind of tight close to my body. So I'm really trying not to go up here, right? That's a lot of shoulder. And we are gonna work the front and top of our shoulders a little later, but I don't want to do that right now. I lost count. Whoops. Okay, let's just say I'm sure that we did probably more than 10. So take a little break. Put the band down. Okay. Remember, you're in the ring. You're in the ring. Your opponent is someone who's your exact weight, exact height, and we're not actually fighting, but we're just going to show off, kind of like peacocks do to each other. So you got to make it look good. 15 seconds. Are you ready? I didn't hear you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Five seconds. And time. Good job. We have one more set. So, we work our back first. With this being our final set, if you think that you want an even greater progression, you can fold your band in half. That's going to make it twice as heavy. If you're thinking that I'm crazy, then you can keep your band the way we've been using it originally, okay? You get to pick. I'm going to try the crazier, more difficult, and we'll see where that gets me. Take a deep breath, and let's go. Separate. Again, the object here is I want you to feel it in the back of your shoulders, and I want you to feel it through your shoulder blade area. Those rhomboids are really working. Your posterior deltoids are really working. Let's do 2 final ones. And our last one coming up. How was that? Did you break a sweat yet? I did. Okay. Bring the band again. Center of your back. Right at the middle. You have a nice grip. Now I don't know if you noticed, but I tightened up the band a little bit more. So look, I have a lot more band hanging in front because I'm trying to, again, it's my final set, I'm trying to increase the resistance a little bit. Now that is an option, you don't have to do it. I'm just pointing out to you in case you are looking for ways to amp up your workout. Here's a good way, okay? We're still gonna stay in control. We're gonna get low so that way you can see my legs. We have a nice center of gravity, right? Your knuckles are facing me. We're gonna do these with both arms again. So we're gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Nice. Okay, folks. Roll through it. I'm sure you're feeling a little bit of everything, and that's the way it was designed. Final set of punches. Get in the ring. Now, for our final set, we're going for 20 seconds. Good solid foundation, fists up, let's go. We've got 10 seconds remaining. Come on, hang in there. And time. Good job. Open up as much as you can. Start to move, get some mobility through your fingertips. Chest, you're opening up, so you're straight, you're pulling your arms back. Good. Now, your back needs relief. Big shoulder rolls forward, alternating. Good. Okay, folks, come back to your chair, and I want you to grab one hand weight. If the weights are under your chair, make sure you use your hand on your thigh to support yourself as you go down. Now, I have the weight in my right hand, and now, one little note before we do the exercise, it's going to be an overhead raise. I know for some of us, our shoulder joint is the most sensitive part of our body. So if you already know that you can't load that joint and do an overhead press, here's a couple of options for you. You could just make a fist and just lift without loading any weight on there. Or if that if that movement just doesn't work for you, you can start with your hand at the side of your body and laterally raise, again, without loading it. And then finally, if you can't go overhead but you do want to load it, that's where you're going to have the weight, and you can go here, laterally raise. So I've given you a lot of options. For today, I'm going to do the overhead press with the weight. Right hand. Now, I'm going to start with my elbow at my shoulder height. I'm right here, and I'm just going to press up, down, back to that starting point. Here's number 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one coming up. Nice. Let's bring that weight into your left arm, and without any hesitation, we're going to begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice, bring that arm down. Now, you're going to bring your weight into the palms of both of your hands. So ideally, I want you to try to avoid heavily gripping, right? So try to balance it. By trying to balance it and you're on your feet, even if you're in your seat, it forces you to turn on the core a little more because we're gonna bring it away from our body. So solid foundation in your lower body, balancing this weight, starting down in front of your lap. You're just gonna lift. Slowly bring it down. We never hold our breath, right? So you exhale here. Inhale down. We've got 5 repetitions remaining. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one coming up. Okay. I keep looking over because it's windy outside and I see the shadows of all the trees and it keeps making me think that there's someone at my door. Okay, I'm gonna put that weight down for a moment because I want to give my upper body a moment to just kind of recover. And I want to make sure that I'm catching my breath. So let's have a small march in place. When you are working out, folks, I want you to always be very, very aware of your breath pattern, very, very aware of how fast your heart is beating. You never want to get lost in just keeping up with the crowd and ignore the signs that your body is giving you. So I'm able to talk through the whole workout, and that's because I'm keeping my load in like a doable range for me. I want you to make sure that if you have to stop and not do all 10, like if your number is 5 repetitions, you have to be okay with that, okay? That's just a way to stay safe. And because I want you to be able to say at least 2 or 3 words without gasping for breath. And that's at your hardest work, okay? Otherwise, you should be able to say more words. Grab your weight, right hand. We're doing our second set, 2 out of 2. So we're not gonna do more than 2 sets. We're right here. Soft knees if you're standing. Start with your elbow at shoulder height and we press. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Let's take that weight into the right side. I'm sorry, left side. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Woo! 1. Oh boy. So what you may have not noticed is that to keep myself in the frame, I brought myself down into a split stance or a lunge, which is another option for you if you want to add load. Change up how you're standing. Okay, this is our last of this exercise. So I'm going to offer you another progression for how we do it. We're still going to have the weight in our palms. So your fingertips, there's no need to add any unnecessary grip or stress into our joints, right? But we could press inward. So I'm squeezing the weight, my hands in towards each other. In doing that, it's an isometric contraction in my shoulders and in my chest. I'm gonna start down here, lift. Five more. Last one coming up. Oh, wow. That felt tough. We're done with the weight for today. So if you want to place that weight on the floor, you're welcome to. If you need to towel off, please do, or take this moment to grab your water. Okay, folks, we have a small circuit for our lower body. For my friends who have been seated the whole time, if it is an option, I would like you to take this next portion on your feet. We're on the right side of our chair. Let me see, how close can I get where you can still see me? That's good. So we're on the right side of our chair. I have a light grip on the back of my chair. All of the weight goes in my left foot or in my left leg. My right leg, I'm gonna focus on my gluteus medius, my outer thigh, because right now we're working abduction. We're working out. So I want you to dorsiflex in your ankles so you're lifting your toes up and just lift that leg laterally out. Bring it in. Lift. Slowly bring it in. Now notice, I'm trying to keep it as smooth as possible. I'm not just dropping my leg. I'm trying not to have any jerky motion, right? Nice and smooth. So that way we don't use, or we focus on not using momentum, but we are focusing on trying to just use the muscles to strengthen. I'm feeling it all over the outside of my thigh. Two more. Last one. Okay, shift your weight into your right leg. All I want you to do is just shake out the left, because your standing leg is stabilizing. So that leg is also working, although it's not moving. So, come back, the weight comes back into your left leg. Dorsiflexion again in your right ankle. This time we're working adduction. So that thigh, inner thigh, is the focus of the work here. Sweep in front of you. Sweep in front of you. You're lifting in and up. So it's like you're scooping. Scoop. Three, two, last one. Nice. Perhaps a higher knee, slow motion march, just to kind of get everything, get some relief in there, right? We're gonna come over to the left side of our chair because we're gonna repeat what we just did on the other thigh. Shift your weight into your right leg. Add that dorsiflexion in your left ankle. So that means your toes, right now they're flat. Now, lift. See that? So now, I'm gonna work abduction outside of the outer thigh. I'm coming out here. And again, I'm controlling the motion. 2 more. And last one. Woo! Okay, shift the weight again so that our stabilizing leg can get a little relief. Now, come back to the chair. We're doing adduction, inner thigh. Lift the toes on your left foot, and we have that scooping motion. So we're going to the center and a little forward. Sweep. Sweep. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Where's that slow motion high knee march? How are you feeling? I'm going to quickly grab some water, please excuse me. One more exercise. We're coming into our chair. Have a seat. Now, we are going to do 2 sets of this one exercise. I would like for you to please be at the front edge of your seat. Your feet ideally are flat on the floor. So for my friends who are a little shorter, you might have to scoot really forward just to make sure that your feet are nice and flat. I want all of the weight going into your heels, not your toes. Hands can gently be placed on your thighs. We're sitting upright. All I want you to do is just press your heels down, release. Press down, release. Really pressing the heels down, press and release. Every time you push your heels into the ground, I want you to feel how the whole front and top half of your thighs activate, right? This is a modified squat. We're working all of those squat muscles. And every time I press my heels down, my toes kind of come up a little bit. That's what I'm looking for. One more. Good, we relax. Folks, the next set, you have the option of repeating the same way. And just because we're sitting down doesn't mean that this has to feel easy. The harder you press your heels into the floor, the more you're actively engaging and isometrically contracting your quadriceps, right? Now, if I'm just looking at you, chances are I can't tell if you're faking it or not. Now, I'm not saying that you would fake it. I'm just saying that this really is like a big integrity move. Like, it's up to you if you really want to get to the work. So, again, pressing those heels down. But here's the option for progression. If your knees are okay with all of the flexion and extension, then you're going to come all the way up. You're barely going to tap down, and you're coming all the way up again. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's 10. 9. Notice when I come down, I'm not just dropping myself in the chair. I'm lowering myself in the chair carefully because I'm getting the positive and the negative work. 4, 3, 2, here's the last one. Now, go ahead and sit back. Just breathe. And reach for your ball. So the sock ball, unless you have an actual ball, again, we're just going to use it to challenge some coordination. All I would like for you to do, toss, tap, catch it. Boom. 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 Now, for some of us, this is a huge challenge. For some of us, this might feel very easy. So then I want you to add something else, right? Whatever you want to add, the objective here is just to work our eye-hand coordination. And to let out that inner child. We all need to just keep being silly. All right, folks, we're done with that ball. Do me a favor. Sit all the way back in your chair. Scoot all the way back. What I would like for you to do here is just focus on your breath. We're sitting all the way back. Our spine is supported in the chair. We're feeling comfortable. If our feet don't touch the floor at this point, it doesn't matter. This is our relaxation portion. This is where we start to cool down. Oh boy. I hope you all are well and you've continued to be well with everything. You know, wellness is not only a physical attribute, but wellness is mental, it's emotional. So I hope that while we know life is like that, I hope for the most part we're right in the middle and we're feeling well. Folks, as we sit here, pair a light shoulder roll with your breath. So with each inhale, shoulders come up, roll them back and down. Now I would like for you to please scoot forward in your chair, forward enough where you do have flat feet on the ground, and forward enough where you are not tempted to slouch or rest on the back of the chair. We're going to take a deep breath. Both hands are coming all the way up. Lift from your chest to feel your rib cage lift. As you exhale, bring your hands down, back, reaching for the back of the chair. Lean slightly forward. Let your shoulders come back. Chest is open. Gently release there. Hands come on to each thigh. Take a deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, start to drop your chest into your lap. You're supporting your low back with your hands on your thighs. Now push off of your hands, roll and round it through your spine. Deep breath. As you exhale, again, your chest goes into your lap. Roll through your spine as you inhale up. Bring your right arm up. Take your thighs nice and wide. Leaning into your left thigh, I want you to come into a lateral body stretch. Arm is overhead. Don't let your chest collapse. Keep your chest lifted. You should be able to look up into the inside of your right elbow. Bring that hand down onto your right thigh. Left hand comes up. We laterally bend. You take your gaze up into the inside of your elbow. Bring yourself upright. Bring both legs together. Scoot a little further forward. Take your right heel out in front. Lean into your left thigh. Hinge at the waist, supporting yourself with both hands on your left thigh. Pushing off of your thigh, come back upright, slide your left foot in, slide your right foot in, slide your left foot out. Both hands are on your right thigh. Just hinge from the waist. Pushing off of your right thigh, come back up, slide both legs in. Folks, let's take one big breath. Both hands are going up to prayer as we inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. From here, please join me in making a heart. I leave you with my love and my respect. I hope that you continue to be well, and I can't wait to see you. Bye, guys. Thank you.